Hello, everyone. Tom Baker from SWN. I am here with the winner of our third race in the SWN iRacing Truck Series. His name is Jordane Whyte. He is known as the Jamaican Sensation. Why? Well, because he's from Jamaica. And he is pretty doggone sensational at racing on iRacing, as we saw at Charlotte. First of all, Jordane, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. Talk a little bit about the race at Charlotte, because I felt like watching that race and announcing that race, I felt like you guys all ran 124 lap sprint race. I didn't feel like any of you saved anything at all ever during the whole race, as much as you were side by side and passing each other and the way you were racing each other hard. Talk a little bit about the race from your perspective.
Well, a little bit about how the trucks work is that it might not look like we were saving. Well, maybe it was me, Greyson, Zach up there up front. We were having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
But usually I just let them two stay up front, and I was hoping that they would battle, so I would just stay a little bit back and try and stay on the bottom. Because with Zach especially, Zach would just give me that tiny little bit of air where I could stick my left side tires down onto the line, and I could just save that little bit of rubber, which if you saw both times on the long run, I kind of got them by the end of it, the last couple laps of it. So that little bit of tire management helped a lot.
Yeah, well, it sure didn't look like there was much of that going on. You guys were putting on a real show. And I think at one point you kind of got yourself in a bit of trouble and had to sort of come from behind here toward the end of the race.
Oh yeah, I did shoot myself in the foot a little bit. Um, so coming down pit road, so we're all in the call together, all the drivers that race, and we're all just trying to have fun. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna pit this time. And I didn't come in because I was stuck on the outside. And finally, because I kind of wanted to give myself a bit of an undercut on Zach and Greyson. So when I tried to come down, I just realized I'm coming in way too fast. So I just didn't commit. So I just turned right to avoid taking a speeding penalty, which would have put me way further back than where I was. So I just decided to go that route. And then fortunately we got the caution, which put us back on track to have a good race and, be battling for the lead again.
Well, yeah, for sure. And ended up getting the win first time racing with us. What's your background on the sim? And I'm curious, how does a young man from Jamaica even discover sim racing and get interested in doing it in the first place?
Well, my background on the sim, I have my wheel right here. So how it started for me was 2021. This was the summer after. So in Jamaica, we start high school in 7th grade to 11. I'm in my final year right now. So it was the summer after 6th grade, right before high school. There's this game. It was a Roblox game, actually. I believe it was either NASCAR Unleashed or like Backstretch Battles Remastered, which was a game where it was like basically just a backstretch of Daytona the whole way, like an extra long backstretch.
Oh, wow.
And you just kind of race like that. And I had a lot of fun, favorite driver was Kyle Busch. I was a huge Kyle Busch fan. Rest in peace, Kyle. But, and then I just got in love with racing through that. And then, I said I liked iRacing. There was this YouTuber, you may or may not know him, IDK Player.
No.
He does a lot of streams. He was very popular during like lockdown and stuff. Very popular. Even to right now, he averages maybe 200 per stream, 200 people per stream. And yeah, he did a lot for the iRacing NASCAR community, getting me in love with iRacing. And then I saved up for a few years to get a PC, to get a wheel, all of the gear that I have right now. And then I got the sim, and it's been a dream ever since.
That's awesome. So do you get to watch? You said your favorite driver was Kyle Busch, and of course, we all know what's just happened here recently, sadly. But do you get to watch a lot of American racing from over there? And obviously, it sounds like you follow NASCAR somewhat. What other kinds of racing do you really enjoy or follow?
I mean, okay, so the only race I've ever been to in real life is, it's only been one. If I could go back here for a moment,
Sure.
it is the Toronto IndyCar race where I
There
have
you go.
Pato O'Ward diecast from that race.
Okay.
Um, and that might also be the reason why you see me run a lot of Aero schemes, Aero McLaren.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Okay.
but I've only gotten into IndyCar pretty recently. I've always kind of been more on the NASCAR side and F1. I watch a lot of F1. Even more recently, like this year, got into GT3 racing sports car, which is mostly iRacing's fault. Why I've gotten into that and just consumed a lot of motorsport, even helping grow my school's motorsports club. So
Nice.
all that's pretty fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. You were telling me before that there's not a ton of racetracks in Jamaica, which kind of makes sense to me. I don't know that people think about going to Jamaica to go to a race, although you did tell me there was one track literally almost right next to the airport, which is kind of convenient. But tell us what racing's like over there.
I mean, I haven't been to a lot myself, which I really wish I do get to go, and even the car meets. But I have a few friends. Justin Donaldson is one of them. He races at Palisados, which is the go-kart track next to the airport. He's a pretty good driver. Went to school with him for a couple years. I believe he raced in the FIA World Cup earlier this year or last year.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, pretty cool. A couple of guys at my school's motorsport club, they're also in it. Noah, is one of them, I believe. He's actually fighting for a championship at the Palisados, like track meets and stuff. So there's a lot going on there. And then there's Dover. Again, not NASCAR track, not the oval. And yeah, there's Dover, which is in Negril. There's a lot of hotels there. So, if you're staying at your hotel in Negril, you can always pop down at Dover. So that's also good. But there's a lot of drag racing that goes on. There's actually a drag racing meet, on Sunday. I forgot the name of the strip, the drag racing strip. But yeah, and there's also some rally racing. Fraser McConnell, a Jamaican driver, very involved in the rally stuff, I'd say.
Right.
He's one of the more famous ones. So, yeah.
So, what is your life like in general? I mean, are you're still in school, I would imagine, right? At 17.
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit about what your kind of what goes on a typical day in the life for you, and where does racing fit into all this?
I mean, typical life for me right now is that it's very hot.
Yeah.
This summer has been really hot so far, and I've been doing exams, which for any even English speaking Caribbean student, they know it's CSEC time, one of the most important times. So,
Okay.
more recently, I haven't been able to practice as much as I would like to. I mean, we're at paper ones right now, which are a little bit easier, so I get to put more time into practicing. I have a league race actually in maybe like another hour and a half from now. So yeah,
Yeah.
um, but still, wake up, go to school, come home, go to parties and whatever. It's pretty fun.
Nice. So, do you play any other sports or anything?
Yes. So if you don't know Jamaica, we love football, right?
Yes.
Not American football, but
What we
the
call
real
soccer
football.
or rugby. Is it soccer or rugby? Well, it's closer
Well,
to.
soccer,
Yeah. Okay.
soccer. But I have played rugby in my high
Okay.
school years as well. When I was a kid, I used to play tennis, also did swimming. Yeah. So
Nice.
decent bit of sports when I was younger.
So do you have any idea what you want to do in terms of a career right now, Jordane?
Well, honestly, for me, the dream would be to kind of work in the racing stratosphere. Like maybe be, like an Adam Stevens, sit on top of the pit box and make
Oh, okay.
those amazing calls.
Crew
And
chief.
I would be opposed to being in a race car myself.
Nice.
So
Well,
just somewhere like that near the racetrack, that engineering space. Because,
okay. Do you
yeah.
have like engineering schools over there that you could go to get the necessary training?
Not specifically for motorsports, but
No, but like
yes, there are engineering
yeah,
schools. Yeah.
yeah, that's basically, and then you just try to get on a team and learn and work your way up is really the
Yeah.
way that would go for you. But that sounds like fun. So what now? I mean, obviously, there's a lot there's so many different kinds of racing to focus on, but what is your favorite type of racing other than the racing you're doing yourself on the sim?
Um, as in like NASCAR, F1, and
Yeah,
IndyCar.
what's your favorite
Uh,
type of racing?
well, honestly, NASCAR, if I'm being very honest.
Wow.
Sometimes more recently, I don't have the attention span to just watch a whole race unless it's certain races like that are really cool. But I always, tune in to watch probably stage two, stage three,
Okay.
most of the races. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, the NASCAR races can get. I mean, the other day's race at Nashville was
Yeah.
crazy long. Not to mention they had a rain delay. But okay, so look forward to hopefully having you back with us again for our next race, which is in Nashville. And loved to see the way that you drove in the last race. You and, as you say, you and Zach Mertes and Greyson Greaves and really everybody in that race put on a heck of a show, considering we had just, I think, 8 or 9 cars that started that one. Everybody put on a great show. It was a lot of fun to watch and to call, and you seem like a super nice young man and seem to really enjoy the Sims. So that's the kind of racer we want, is somebody who races with respect, and you guys really did a great job in that one. So congratulations on the win, Jordane. And I know you're in a couple of other leagues too, aren't you?
Yes.
So talk about the leagues that you race in.
Well, right now, so last night I did my first start in the Nora Retro Cup Series, which is also on PitStopTV.
Yep.
Um, I was having a great race. I just got the car I've never driven before. Uh, Technically a track I've never driven before because it was Legacy Pocono,
Okay.
but either way, I don't really like Pocono. Um,
Not a fan of triangles.
no, but yeah, it was at Legacy Pocono, and shockingly enough, with all that inexperience, and I know the level of the Nora guys, you got some 5K guys in there, some 4K guys in there, and honestly, I was a top 10 car all night, so I was pretty proud of that until my PC unfortunately gave up on me.
Oh,
But yeah,
I hate
um, the AARN season, AARN is another league I'm in that's on Pit Stop. Uh, so far I picked up 2 wins at Dover and Kansas. I don't know what it is with me at concrete tracks sometimes.
it.
Uh, but yeah, Nashville race was yesterday on Sunday for ARN,
Okay.
and I had top 3 car, qualified with my teammates 1, 2, 3, kind of like JGR, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then unfortunately shot myself in the foot on pit road.
Oh,
Um, I unfortunately hit a bump on the pit road exit and costed me a ton of time, going from probably being a top 5 car to salvaging a 10th place finish as the race went green all
okay.
the way to the end. And then my main league, which I have in a couple hours, BRB. Last couple weeks haven't been so great. I mean, we started off the season strong, coming from my rookie season in that league last season. where I shouldn't have made the chase, but somehow did because of other drivers deciding not to take part in the chase. So
Okay.
this season being some people saying maybe even a championship contender. And there's a
Nice.
point where I was second in the championship. Unfortunately, two of the last three races I've been taken out. Um, but hopefully we can come back tonight and maybe score our first win, which is what I'm hoping for in BRB.
Well, we definitely wish you good luck with that, and hope that you do well. You're involved in a lot of leagues, and we hope that you'll add our league to it. And look forward to seeing you back out with us again, Jordane. And really, really appreciate the chance to sit down and get to know you a little bit. And like I say, wish you best of luck on the track, but also in the exams as well with your schooling as you wrap up the
Well,
school.
only two more. So
Good. Okay, there you go. You're almost done. Well, enjoy your hot summer over there and look forward to hopefully seeing you back with us in the next SWN Sim Series race. Congratulations, Jordane, on a huge win at Charlotte. That was a lot of fun to watch. You did a great job and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yep. Thank you, Tom.
That is Jordane Whyte, the Jamaican Sensation. For more great content, steeringwheelnation.com is the place to go. If you'd like to race sim with us, Inside Groove, pitpass.com is the way you can join our league through that. It is $9.95 per event. We run one event a month. And again, trophies and publicity and all kinds of fun stuff. So the costs help us with the expenses. So would love to have y'all involved. And again, thanks for watching. I'm Tom Baker. For the next time on Steering Wheel Nation, we'll see you then.